Guys, what's going on? Dwayne here with How to Build Credit TV, and I am back again for another lunchtime live stream. So in today's live stream, I want to talk about how long it takes to improve your credit score. So a lot of people always want to know, hey, I want to improve my credit, but how long does this take? And if you're like me and most people, we want it to be as quickly as possible. So I will be talking about that in this particular live stream. Once again, this is a live stream. So if you are watching this back when it's not a live video, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and I will do my best to answer your question as soon as I see it. So when it comes to credit, there are a couple of things that you can do to kind of set yourself up to be successful. Once again, everybody always wants to know, if you want to improve your credit score, they always want to know, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take for me to improve my credit score? Because I want my credit score to be better like last year. When it comes to credit, there's a couple of things that you can do right off the bat that will improve your credit score. There are a couple of categories that you can make sure that you're maximizing so that your credit score can be in a position to be as high as it possibly can. Two of the main categories that I think is super duper important would be number one, your payment history, which is not something you can fix overnight. If your payment history is not 100%, which simply means it's not 100% because you haven't been paying your credit card bills or all of your bills in general, not just credit card bills, but all of your bills in general. If you haven't been paying them all on time, then your payment history won't be 100%. So when it comes to your payment history portion of your credit score, which happens to be 35% of your score, 35% of 850 is 255 points. I want to double check my math here. I'm pretty sure I'm right though, but I want to double check the math. So let's do 850 times 0.35, 297 points. I was wrong. 297.5 points to be exact. So your payment history is not something that you can fix instantly if you're trying to rebuild or fix your credit or even improve your credit. Your payment history needs to be 100% for you to maximize that 35% of your credit score, which is once again 297.5 points out of 850 scoring model when it comes to your credit score. So that's not something that you can fix right away. But what you can do from where you are at that particular moment is continue to make payments on all of your accounts on time. And I keep saying all of your accounts because, of course, your payment history does not only have to do with your credit card payment history. It also has to do with your cell phone, your cable, your student loans, your child support. Maybe I'm just saying those things because, I'm talking about myself. But if you have a couple of those things, then certainly your payment history has to do with anything that you're making payment on that can and will be reported to your credit report if you don't pay it. So your payment history being 100% would really, really help, and that would help improve your credit, but it's not something that you can fix right away. Your payment history is something that will, if it's not 100%, it will take time to get it back to 100%. Now, something that you can do a little more quickly is you can affect your credit card utilization ratio. Your credit card utilization simply means how much of your available credit are you using. So if you had like 20 credit cards and let's say you had $20,000 of available credit across all 20 cards, right? So it's a matter of how much percentage of the $20,000 you're using. That is something that you can fix. I don't want to say instantly, but it's something that certainly you can tweak that will affect your credit score, and it will help you improve your credit score the sooner you're able to pay off your credit card. Now, of course, you can't affect the credit card utilization if you're not in position to pay off your credit card. So the tactics that I'm talking about, once again, you have to be in a position to be able to do what's necessary in order for you to improve your credit score quickly. If you are in a position, and let's say you had the money to pay off your credit cards, then you will definitely see an increase in your score. Your credit score will definitely improve, and it will improve as soon as the payment posts to your credit card, but not the credit card, but actually to the credit bureaus. Sometimes you can pay off your credit card bill. Let's say I owe $2,000. I can pay that $2,000 off, but my credit score is not necessarily going to jump instantly because it has to do with when the information is reported from the credit card company to the credit bureaus. So if you have the ability to have apps like Credit Karma it's a decent app, but it is going to be accurate when it comes to your overall credit card utilization. So Credit Karma updates their credit scores every 7 days. So you can see how using your credit card, if you once again have, let's say $5,000 overall credit limit, if you're using $2,500, which would be 50% of your overall credit limit, you're going to see how utilizing 50% of your credit limit will affect your credit score versus if you had a balance of, let's say, $5 or $0. You'll see how much that will influence your credit score. So when it comes to like improving your score, and once again, people always want to know how long will this take? Well, it depends. There's not a blanket answer as far as how long it will take for you to improve your credit score, because everybody's situation is different. And that's kind of the purpose of this whole channel, this whole community, How to Build Credit TV. If you're new to the channel and you're new to the community, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss future videos and updates once I have them come out. But more importantly, be plugged into the community. You can come here, get your questions answered. There's clearly always going to be new people learning about credit. They want to know about credit. And I think that has a lot to do with it when it comes to improving your credit score or increasing your credit score or building your credit or rebuilding your credit. A lot of it has to do with knowledge. Okay. And so the more informed you are as far as, you know, what makes up my credit score, what things affects my credit positively, what affects my credit negatively, the more that you're plugged into that and start to research that information, the more likely you will be able to improve your credit score. I was gonna sneeze, didn't work out. The more likely you are to improve your credit score quickly. Now, of course, there are a couple of things that you can do in regards to improving your credit score. One of the things that you can do is called piggybacking or being added as an authorized user. If you know someone in your personal life that you trust and that they trust you as well, you can be added to their credit card if they're a responsible person, and it could benefit your credit score. Now, of course, you can do research in regards to becoming an authorized user. I talk about it here on this channel from time to time. And then, of course, if you have more questions, you could always email me. My email address is helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. You can include your phone number. I would love to give you a shout if need be. I'll give you a call. Sometimes it could be a lot easier to have the necessary dialogue as to how can you improve your credit score. It's a lot easier to have that conversation via email in case there's some things you want to talk about but you don't want it to be public, or in case you want me to give you a shout by calling you. That can work again. So once again, you can email me at helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. One of the things that's insanely crucial when it comes to improving your credit score is being consistent. Okay. And I want to do a decent job of even showing you consistency. So I started this channel back in 2018 of March 2018. And I have been consistent in uploading videos and communicating to you guys and having information available. Part of me being consistent is doing more videos and just doing videos in general. Doing videos is something that seems easy for somebody that is not doing the videos, but in the beginning, it could be very intimidating. But consistency is very important when it comes to improving your credit, or anything for that matter. If you want to improve at something, you have to be consistent. So today so far, which is what today is, Tuesday. Today's been a really good day so far. I did not want to go to the gym this morning, but I was like, you know what? Just go to the gym, just do at least 30 minutes cardio. I did 36 minutes, but the consistency of choosing to make the right choice daily will always get you to your goal, whether we're talking about improving your credit score, improving the quality of life you have, being a better parent, being a better sibling, being a better husband. Being consistent on the daily will absolutely help you get to the finish line. And if the finish line is improving your credit score, then you want to be consistent. You want to be plugged into a community such as How to Build Credit TV, Of course, there are a lot of YouTubers out here talking about credit as well. So you want to just make sure that you get plugged in. Now, I'm not necessarily somebody that's really into hype. I've never really been like that. It's actually kind of funny. I'm just, plain Jane, normal dude. I like to be as real as possible. I don't like to blow smoke. That's not my thing. So anyway, when it comes to improving your credit, you just want to be as informed as possible. You want to give yourself all the opportunities to be successful. For example, if I use myself, if I want to lose weight, I know that I could be spinning my wheels. I could work out hard and, I can go to the gym every day and I can do cardio and I can do strength training, which I don't ever do strength training because when I lift weights, I just want to eat all the time. But the thing is, I could go to the gym and do all the necessary steps as far as the gym is concerned. But then when I step on the scale, if I'm not losing weight, I have to be real with myself. I have to be honest and say, okay, is there something else I can tweak? Is my diet what it needs to be? And your credit is the same way. Your credit and improving your credit is the exact same way. You have to be real with yourself. You have to get informed. And you can't continue to spin your wheels and expect to get a different result. You know what I mean? You can't say, well, I want to have a good credit score, but I'm using $800 on a credit card that I only have $1,000 credit limit, and that's my only credit card, but I want to improve my score. No, if you want to improve your score, you got to make sure you're using between 0 and 10% of your overall limit, and understand that when you're using more than 10% of your overall credit limit, your credit score is going to suffer as a result. So when it comes to improving your credit or even just improving your life in general, you have to be deliberate, you have to be consistent, you have to be focused. And it's okay to fall off. It's okay to fall off, but you want to make sure you get back on, especially if it's something that's important to you. You want to make sure that you're giving it the necessary attention and you're not necessarily being hard on yourself, but you're aware and you're realistic. You're making sure that you're giving yourself all the opportunities possible to be successful. Now, on this channel, How to Build Credit TV, I normally talk about credit cards, and how to make money using credit cards. So once again, if you're new, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as a subscriber, and I would love the opportunity to help you in any way that I can in regards to your credit, as far as improving your credit score, getting access to better credit card, better credit limits. That's what this whole community and channel is all about. So be sure to subscribe. Speaking of subscribing, while we're pressing the buttons, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel tremendously. It lets YouTube know that this video is valuable, others are valuing the video, and therefore they're giving the video a thumbs up. So please feel free to thumbs up this video, and more importantly, if you have questions, please slap them in the comment section. Okay, so I actually did a live stream last night, which was Monday, talking about the American Express Gold Card. So of course you can check that video out if you haven't seen that live stream. Pretty good live stream last night. But like I said, I want to try to be a little more consistent with doing some of these lunchtime live streams because I want the opportunity to reach new audiences, which is why I always ask you guys to smash the thumbs up in this video. All right, let me jump into the comment section here and say what's up to some of you guys. I see we have 52 people in the house. 25 thumbs up. I appreciate you guys taking some of your lunchtime and stopping by the stream, supporting, smashing that thumbs up, asking questions if you have any. Kassan, what's going on, my man? Says, hey, good afternoon. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping by. It says, look what I stumbled across. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, you know what's weird is I was going to do a live stream on Wednesday for sure, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do one today, because I really want to kind of try to be a little more consistent with these lunchtime live streams. Even if there's only a couple of people watching, that's okay. At some point, I feel like I'll get a new viewer or two, which will be good because they can ask questions and, get help and help for free. This is such a great platform, and I always appreciate you guys showing up. It's always awesome to see another friendly face in the live stream. Code Red, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you very much. Diamond says, hello, Dwayne and Credit Gang. Yes, Diamond, thank you so much for stopping by another stream. Maria says, hello, Dwayne. How are you today? Surprised to see you here today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and thanks for stopping by. Once again, it's always a pleasure to see returning viewers. Trey, what's going on, my man? Trey says, my bro, been a while, but what's up? Yeah, I'm doing well, Trey. I am actually in a really, really good space right now. I'm trying to get my fitness together. You know what I mean? It's so crazy how I could kind of start my journey as far as like weight loss and do my thing. And I see results pretty quickly because I'm a man, which I'm very fortunate and lucky about that. But it's always encouraging. I'm like, man, you know, look kind of handsome today. Your boy's doing his thing. My skin is good. You know what I mean? Not too bad for a 42-year-old guy. Today's definitely a good day, Trey. I appreciate you stopping by. Denise says, it definitely takes time. But Dwayne, it's really aggravating because I wasn't paying on time. They hurried and reported to the bureaus. But now that I have been on time every month, they snails. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it is tricky. That's one of the things that people don't understand sometimes is that because you have Credit Karma and access to apps like that, where once again, you're getting updates every 7 days, because you have that, even though your score is not accurate and it's not a FICO credit score, because you can see that update, it can be a little frustrating because you're still waiting for it to report to the actual credit bureaus, which is what really matters. Like your FICO score is what really matters. I cannot tell you how many times somebody will get their score will increase. They'll see the update on Credit Karma and they'll just trust it right away. They'll like, I got it on Credit Karma. I'm gonna go apply for this credit card. Or I'm gonna apply for this loan. And then when they do that and they pull their credit, it hasn't updated yet to the credit bureaus, which means your FICO score has not yet updated. So that's something that's very important. That's something that a lot of people need to be aware of. The fact that because you're getting these updates on Credit Karma and Wallet Hub and Credit Sesame and NerdWallet or other, you know, apps, it doesn't mean that it has updated on your FICO score. And you should probably wait, you know, give it a month or two before jumping on whatever application you're trying to do, whether it's a credit card application or a loan or whatever. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you give it the necessary time for it to reflect on your credit report. Mr. Patel, what's going on, my brother? Says, what's up, Dwayne? Back again for another breakfast breakfast time stream. Hope you are well. Yeah, it's definitely breakfast time for you in California. It's only 10:18 in the morning for you. So it's always kind of funny. Well, that's a good point, right? Because I'm like, welcome to another lunchtime live stream. Of course, it's 12 o'clock Central Time in Houston, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, and of course, 10 o'clock in California, 11 o'clock on Mountain Standard Time. So it's always kind of tricky deciding when to do these videos. But, you know, I figure let me just put the video out there. Whoever will watch will watch. YouTube will promote or not promote the video. And so it's all good. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you stopping by, man. Freddie says, y'all smash that like. Yes, sir. That's good advice, Freddie. I appreciate you stopping by. Points Blank Travel, what's going on? Rod, thanks for stopping by another stream. Rod says, what's good, Dwayne? Great topic for this lunchtime stream. Just dropping in real quick while I'm at work. Smash the like button, everyone. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, Rod. Points Blank Travel. Be sure you guys to go to Points Blank Travel's channel and subscribe to his channel. He does videos in regards to credit as well. And it's just a different perspective from someone else's perspective in regards to credit and their experiences. So be sure to go by his channel and subscribe. Curly Nick says, new subby. Hello, everyone. Hey, Curly Nick, thank you so much for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Thank you for taking the time to comment. That's what these live streams and videos are in general. That's what the videos are about in general, right? To reach a new audience as well. And of course, take care of the old subscribers, the people that's been here since day 1 or day 90 or day, 420. So I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks again for taking the time to comment. Don't hesitate if you have any questions to ask. That's what this is all about. S House, what's going on? S House says, what's up, Dwayne? I'm back again. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. You guys, this is what this is so great about this community. The fact that we have so many people that are returning to the live streams. I was just on here last night. You know what I mean? So, a little over 12 hours ago, I was doing a live stream. So it's really, really cool, man. And it's always an honor to see you guys. Trey says, with all the hard work, getting getting advice and piggybacking, I went from 553 to 722 in a year and a half. You are a part of the reason why I'm here, I am at, and I thank you very much. Hey, Trey, I really appreciate that, man. And, once again, when it comes to improving your credit, a lot of it has to do with information. It has to do with information. But when you have the information, you still have to pull the trigger. You still have to take action. There are a lot of times that some people have the information, but they don't take action, and myself included. I like to use myself as an example because, I know what to do in regards to certain things. And it's so funny. I spent a lot of time talking to you guys about my weight, which is interesting because like my weight is something that I've been aware of since maybe 2002. My son was born in 2002. So maybe like 2001, 2002. I can remember being in college, and I stepped on the scale and I was like 250 something. I was almost 260. And I was like, I know this isn't necessarily good. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, let me be real with myself. And so I've kind of been aware of my weight since then. And so I've been able to several times lose a whole lot of weight. And, of course, I go up and down because I love eating food. But the thing is, you got to take action, and when you're serious about something, when I'm serious about my weight and my health, then I'll take action. And I understand it can be discouraging sometimes, but the good news is I have time. As long as I'm focused up here, when I get really serious and I take action, I always get positive results. So Trey, congratulations to you for taking that action, man. It's very important. Star Rose, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Mia says, good afternoon, Dwayne and Credit Family. Yes, Mia, thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you again. Star Rose says, I have bad credit. I'm giving up rebuilding it. Well, Star Rose, we know that's not going to work. You know what I mean? You've been around this community and this channel enough to know that giving it up is not even an option. So just be patient with yourself, and I'm sure it will improve over time. Devin, what's going on, man? Devin says, good afternoon, Dwayne and Credit Family. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to have you in the building again. Yet again. Diamond says she'll have to watch the replay. All right, Diamond, cool. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm pretty sure you already you already smashed that thumbs up. So it's a privilege and pleasure to have you in the building as always. Mohammed, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you back in the building. Once again, guys, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. That's what this whole community is about. That's what this live stream is about. This is a topic that there are a lot of people searching, the internet for. Not even YouTube, right? Google. You'd be surprised to know how many people are searching on Google, how to improve your credit score. And the cool thing is, with this platform, I'm not selling you anything. You know what I mean? Like, there are countless videos that I have on here in regards to how to improve your credit score, how to fix it, how to rebuild it, how to improve it, how to build it from scratch. And that's the cool thing about this platform and the internet. Now, of course, I do make a couple of pennies per view. And actually, I don't even make a penny per view. I make less than a penny per view for videos. But it's still okay. This is a great platform, great opportunity. And it's been a huge blessing in my life. So I'm glad that I'm able to share information with you guys here in this community. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. Trey says, what's up, D? I'm starting to work on myself. Got into a house and piecing together a home gym for my garage. Big blessings. Wow. Okay. I see you, man. A home gym. Sweet, bro. I know that you're in Texas. I don't remember what area you're in, but that is really cool. And I'm excited for you. You guys, you and your family. That's really dope, man. Donnie says, with peace and love from Lufkin, Texas, have you heard any good news with the app Grain for credit line extensions? I haven't. I feel like Grain is kind of like a business credit, like it helps build business credit. I know that this is something that I personally should have done. I haven't done it yet because I guess there's no sense of urgency, which is really sad. It's really sad, right? I have this platform and I could be sharing my journey as far as building my business credit, but I've been just taking my time, dragging my feet in regards to business credit, and that's probably something I should fix for sure. So no, I haven't heard about it, but I do know that Grain does provide a way for you to kind of establish some credit on the business side and kind of build from there. Devin says, from when I asked about applying for the secure card yesterday, how long is a good amount of time to wait to apply for an unsecured card if you have a secured card that doesn't graduate? Devin, that's a great question. And some of that has to do with your inquiries as well, right? So if you were sitting on 4 inquiries, for me to tell you wait 6 or 8 months is going to be ridiculous, especially if none of those inquiries will fall off in 6 to 8 months. So I think it has to do with how many inquiries you have. And of course, you know the answer to that. So I would kind of start with that. If you have, 4 or more inquiries, I would say to wait longer so that the inquiries would fall off. Because when it comes to applying for credit cards, I hate getting denied. Like right now, I'm sitting on 7, 8, 9 inquiries, and I want to apply for a business credit card with Sam's. They're gonna want my personal information, which I feel like there's no way around it. But I'm being very slow about applying for that business credit card with Sam's. Now I think I will get approved, but because I have 7, 8, or 9 inquiries across the different credit bureaus, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get approved. And I hate getting denied for a credit card. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care how good of a reason it is. It sucks. So I think it has to do with, how many inquiries you have. Kind of let that kind of navigate when you should apply for another unsecured card. Now, if you only have 2 inquiries, I would say a safe time to wait would be anywhere from 6 to 8 months, maybe even 10 months if you want to be conservative. You can wait that long before applying for another credit card. So hopefully that helped you, Devin. Thanks for that question, man. That was a good question. Rob says, what's up, man? If I need to get missed student loan payments off my credit, how do I go about doing that? Rob, I feel like you have to get in good with the student loan people. Okay, so there are a couple of ways that you can get in good with the student loan people, as far as like maybe doing like some kind of deferment. Eventually it will get into a decent status as far as like it not being on your credit report in a negative way, because you are current. You're no longer in default with the student loan. Now, you may be in a situation where there is not anything that you can do. Like it's just going to be on there, and that sucks. But what you want to make sure you're not doing is you want to make sure that you're not letting your student loans just continue to go unpaid. And of course, this is affecting your credit. As a matter of fact, that's something that I need to make sure that I'm doing as well. With my student loans, I need to contact them and make sure that I'm doing what I need to do, because my student loans it's kind of in limbo. I haven't really paid on it, and I think I probably have like maybe another 6 months that I can defer them. But I'm certainly in a position to pay for them now, but it's student loans. So I'm just like, man, I'm not in a hurry to pay this off. I'm like, man, there's no benefit to paying this off. I mean, even though there is a benefit, right? Clearly I can save myself some money on the interest over time and whatnot. But it's really hard to have a sense of urgency about paying off my student loans, because I owe a grip right now. Let's see. Stall Family Blog says, hello, friends. Glad I made it in. Navy Federal has done it again. Picking up a new car today. Congratulations, man. That is freaking cool. I'm glad that you were able to get a loan through Navy Federal to get a new car. It's actually kind of funny because I don't have a car note right now. And of course, it's very easy to want to get something new and shiny. Maybe not even brand new, but just newer and shiny, right? So that's awesome. I'm super happy that you got approved and you got what you want as far as Navy Federal is concerned. And I'm sure they gave you a good deal on your interest rate. So that is cool, man. John, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by another stream. It's a pleasure to have you in the building again. Sunshine Fly says, took me a while. Patience was key. I am very responsible with credit, always pay on time, but wasn't always that way. A lot of my stuff just fell off organically. That's funny. I had to smile on the word organically. There's a subscriber. I haven't seen him in a while. His name is Gary, but he always talked about getting credit limit increases organically, which he just simply means that he doesn't normally call in and ask for a credit limit increase. He just likes for them to do it on their own. So Sunshine Fly, thank you so much for sharing your experience. And, like you said, it wasn't always that way as far as paying on time. And that's something that I think a lot of people should give themselves a pass on. For me personally, I have ruined my credit at least twice. Definitely way back in the day. I don't know, probably before 2000, 2001. And then I ruined it again. The most recent time was back in, I want to say like 2009-ish. And I really kind of started rebuilding back in 2013. Now, that's actually a very important part. So I started rebuilding back in 2013, but I didn't wait for things to be perfect to rebuild. A lot of the times, human beings, myself included, I wait for the most perfect scenario to start to take action. And I'm going to use my weight loss as something, as an example again. Sometimes, like if I get up to like 240 pounds, 235 pounds, now I don't look like, oh, I'm just so disgusting at that weight. But the thing is, I think at my biggest weight, I was like 255 pounds. So like when I get to 240, I'm like, oh man, I feel worthless. I feel like so crappy. And so it's kind of funny. Like if I'm around 235 or so, I'll be like, man, I'm not trying to go to the gym at 235. Like it's almost like I have to be at a manageable weight to want to start to go to the gym to work out. And so like that's kind of crazy. When it comes to your credit, give yourself a pass. You know what I mean? Like it's okay. Life happens. You ruined your credit, whatever. Eventually pick up the pieces and start to move forward. You don't have to wait for your credit to be perfect or for your situations to line up. People will kind of wait around and say, well, I got this on my credit report, so it doesn't even make sense that I get another credit card. No, it makes sense you get another credit card. It makes sense for you to get a secure card if that's the only option you have, just to start the journey, to start to build that positive payment history, because eventually you're going to have a point where all of the negative stuff is going to fall off of your credit report. And that's what happened to me as well. I didn't do anything spectacular when it came to building my credit. I just decided that I needed to take action now. And that's very important to know. When it comes to improving your credit, increasing your credit, building your credit, rebuilding your credit, taking action now is always the answer. Don't say, I'm gonna wait 6 months till this happens and then I'm gonna get this credit card. No, because you could have had that credit card for 6 months. So secure credit cards is clearly gonna be something that's insanely powerful, and I'll always continue to sing their praises. So yeah, once again, Sunshine, I appreciate you taking the time to share that information. That is cool. Aaron says, here to acquire the knowledge. Aaron, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you very much. Sean Starks says, I have a pretty good credit score, 761. I only have one item I have been trying to get removed for 2 years now without any luck. Oh man, that's crazy. Well, hopefully it'll just fall off on its own. I mean, if you've been trying to get it removed for 2 years, well, I guess it's not an inquiry. I guess it could be like some kind of collections. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I didn't do anything extravagant when it was time to kind of rebuild my credit. All that I did was I made sure that I got a couple of credit cards and I sat around and waited for things to fall off of my credit because I didn't have the money to pay to get stuff removed. I wasn't able to do that financially. There were other things that were more important to me than me paying to get something taken off of my credit report. And sometimes it can be kind of sketchy when it comes to like paying for stuff like that because the experience doesn't always go smoothly. You know, I've heard a lot of stories about stuff reappearing back on their credit. So yeah. Michael says, should I pay my student loans faster or keep my low repayment amount? The interest is very low, but I notice my percentage of balance owed is high. That's a tricky question. Because for me personally, like I initially owed like, I want to say like $40,000 when it comes to student loans. I made the mistake of going to a private university because I was trying to like expedite my graduation, and private universities means more money. So my student loan was around $40,000 and now it's like 60. So it just kind of depends if you're in a position in your life where you can be more aggressive, and if it weighs on you to pay off your student loans because you don't want to, be in debt, you don't want to owe anybody, then I would say, go for it. If you want to be aggressive. For me, my thinking is it's kind of weird sometimes. My thinking can be a little backwards because I'm just like, yes, it would be nice to pay off my student loans, but if something happens and I need that money for something, I'm not going to feel good that I was being super aggressive paying off my student loans. And then here's this thing where I could have used some of that money, but I don't have it now because I was being hella aggressive in regards to my student loans. So that's kind of how I look at it. But, once again, if you're in a position to attack it, especially if you're in a position to kind of save some money up too, and then slap even extra money on it that way, then I would say go for it. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm still kind of in limbo when it comes to my student loans and what I want to do. I'm like, well, should I pay this off or should I not? So long story short, I'm not in a hurry. So they're going to make all kinds of money off of me with the interest. Calvin says, I'm working on my credit report and score now. All right, Calvin, cool, man. Cool. Do your thing, bro. Trey says, so about Citi, I want one of their cards, but I heard they are inquiry sensitive. Is that true or not really? I honestly haven't heard that Citibank was inquiry sensitive. Now, of course, inquiry sensitive, right? Like if you have 5 inquiries already, I would not apply for a card from Citibank. I wouldn't apply for a card from anybody if I already had 5 inquiries, unless it was with a credit card company that will give you a credit card because you already have a card with them. So for me, like Navy Federal, they'll give you a credit card because you already have a card with them, even though you may have 4 or 5 inquiries. American Express is another one that will give you a credit card if you already have a credit card with them, even if you have 4 or 5 inquiries. Now, this is not something that I'm talking about, because it's hearsay. This is something that I know from my own experience. I applied for a Navy Federal credit card and an American Express card back in March of this year, March 2020, and I had plenty of inquiries. I think I had 5 inquiries at least across all the bureaus, and I was approved for both of those credit cards, and I applied for them in the same day. So that would be the only situation where if I had 5 inquiries, I would only apply or even consider applying for credit cards with a company I already had a credit card with. And with that being said, that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed approval. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean because it worked for me, it'll work for you. But that would be the only situation where I would feel comfortable still applying for a card. Devin says, yes, it did help. I have 2 secure cards now. I opened a secured card for the first time in September last year, and my oldest credit card is 14 years old and 3 months. 14 years and 3 months old. Cool. I can't complain. It's a used car, but Navy Federal sees it as new because of the low mileage, so I got $10,000 off the price. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, man. That is really, really awesome. I'm just really happy that you were able to get what you wanted. For me, it's more a battle of the minds for me right now because I have finished paying off my car note, and I'm not a car note type of person. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just like, okay, head down. You got the blinders on. You tunnel vision. You don't see all these nice cars. You're good. You don't need a car note. You know what I mean? But I'm super excited that you were able to get what you wanted, and that Navy Federal came to your aid. Renee, good afternoon to you. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate you very much. Danny, what's going on, man? Danny says, hey, Dwayne, thanks for another live session. Made another one. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. And I'm doing well. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to see returning viewers to the live stream. Hey, Seuss, what's going on, man? Says, if you're 240, kick it with someone who is 260. You'll be all right. I mean, sure. But for me, it's always about health. You know, it's not about being vain. I feel like when people lose weight, like it's very common to kind of gain more confidence, to kind of feel yourself. And it's the same thing with me, you know, like it's so funny. I'll be looking in the mirror, and the mirror can be deceiving sometimes, because I look in the mirror and be like, man, you cool right here. You good, bro. But once again, the weight loss thing is always about health for me. The older that I get, the more aware I am and the smarter I get as far as like, okay, you know what? I don't need to be putting crap in my body. I need to be at a lower weight because, you know, I feel like your weight is directly tied to your health and as well as your longevity. So that's kind of what it is for me. I'm trying to get it in check now before I actually become an old man. You know, I feel like I got a good 30 years from being an old man, and I would hate to be struggling with my weight at 72. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be at the gym. I can't be out walking 10, 12 miles the way that I do now when I'm 70. And I'm pretty sure I won't want to. I won't have the energy to as well. That's funny. Kick it with somebody that's 260. You be all right. That's so funny. Harlem Honey, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It's a pleasure to have you in the house again. Let me see here. Brian says, good afternoon, everyone. Smash that like button. Brian, thanks for stopping by, man. It's a pleasure to have you in the building, sir. Mel says, I'm at the job. Damn, Dwayne, you went live early today. Got to do a replay. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for stopping by and at least smashing that thumbs up in the video and taking the time to slap that comment up there real quick. I appreciate that. Harlem Honey says, those student loans gonna be there until the day you die. No rush. I mean, but you know, the funny thing is, sometimes I say to myself, I wonder how much money I have to not rationalize or reason the way that I reason, right? A lot of the times we reason how we reason because of that's who we are, because of our life experiences, and that's just who I am. And it's super funny because I'm like, man, I wonder how much money I would have to feel like, you know what, let me just pay off these 60 G's real quick, you know, because I guess I got 60 G's to throw towards some student loans. But so far I haven't reached that status yet. I guess I need more money to get to that point. Not that I would ever get to it, but I'm super curious. Having money is something that's very interesting, you guys. When you have money, you can sometimes look at things differently. And so it's really cool to be in a position in my life where I have more money now than I've ever had. Didn't think I would necessarily get to this point. So it's kind of cool. But it makes me really respect people that have real money. You know what I mean? People that have millions, you know, and they donate to this and they give away this. And I'm just like it makes me appreciate them even the more, because I'm like, yo, that's really cool. Because when you have money and when you're educated, it can be very easy to be judgmental and to look down on others that don't have what you have. You know, even if you just have an education, some people that are educated, like it'll be really easy for them to be like, man, this person, you know, they're not worth anything because they're not educated or they don't know what I know. So when someone is educated, or if they have money and they're still down to earth and they still chill, like I totally respect that. I mean, I feel like that makes that person even that much more incredible, because it's easy when you have money to be a certain way and to, you know, be on your high horse type of thing. So yeah, it's a trip. Twist, I hope I said that right. Maybe I didn't. Was supposed to be, okay, DJ Twist was supposed to be the rest of my message. Maybe I didn't read that right. Let me see. Okay. Sunshine Fly says, I've seen videos of people saying Navy Fed are getting tougher to get. I just got approved yesterday for $25,000. I do believe you need to have a great relationship with them though. Yeah, I mean, and see, that's the thing. That's a perfect example. A lot of people, maybe not a lot, but people have been talking doom and gloom in regards to the pandemic and how banks are pulling back and so on and so forth. And there is validity to that. I mean, some of that is clearly very true. A lot of people have had their credit limit slashed. Some people have had their account closed, which absolutely sucks. So I just think it has to do with, the person. We're all different and we're not the same. Your credit profile is not the same. And so that's a very good point that you brought up. And I know that you felt incredible to get that $25,000 credit limit. Just yesterday, I was thinking like, should I ask them for a credit limit increase on one of my cards? And I'm always like, nah, I don't even use that card that much. I mean, I do, but it's like I pay it off all the time. So, I don't owe, $20,000 on a $25,000 credit card. Now, I've probably used that much, over time, but I'm always like, I don't know if I should ask for a credit limit increase. So I'm probably going to chill. Gregory says, I really want to get a Navy Fed card. Yes, sir. Navy Fed is the way to go, man. When it comes to Navy Fed, though, one of the things that I think a lot of people don't put stock in is just getting the secured card. It's almost like, no, I don't want to get the secured card because secured credit cards are for peasants, which is not the case. Secured credit card is, I feel like, one of the ways to kind of ensure being approved for a card. If you don't think you're going to get approved for the unsecured, man, apply for that secured card. Just take it safe. If you have any doubts, get the secured card because you can always go up from there. I know for me, when I got my Navy Fed account back in May of 2019, I got it in May 2019. I applied for an unsecured card, got denied. And then in June, because I was obsessed with Navy Fed, I applied for a secured card in June, literally a month later, maybe not even a full month later. And I was approved for the secured card. Then eventually that secured card was promoted. Then I got the More Rewards card, which I had a $25,000 limit on. And then I got the Navy Federal Flagship card, which I got another $25,000 credit limit. So yeah, I mean, just be patient, man. Sometimes you just got to chill. Let me see here. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. Breezy Sean says, Wagwan. Yo, I'm here, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. That means a lot to me, man. And thanks for stopping by the stream as well. Once again, guys, if you have questions, don't hesitate to slap them in the comment section. If you're watching this video back, you're not watching live, you can still ask your questions. I will try my best to respond to them as soon as I see it. So don't hesitate to ask any questions. Jara, please forgive me if I butchered your name. Jara says, I want to get a secured card. I'm trying to decide between Capital One and Discover It. Capital One has denied me twice for unsecured, so I'm scared to try their secured card app. What do you think? First of all, I'm super grateful that you took the time to ask that question on the live stream. I don't remember seeing your name before, so thank you for showing up and asking this question. I would go with Discover It secured because Capital One does not promote from their secured card anymore. So that's the first thing. I would also, if I were you, I would just wait maybe 6 months after your last application with Capital One before applying for your Discover It secured card. Now, if you're super impatient, and I can understand that, you can go to the Discover website and see if you're pre-qualified. So you, of course, probably won't be pre-qualified for an unsecured card, but they will also tell you if you're pre-qualified for their secured card. And so if you go to the site and you're pre-qualified for the Discover It secured card and you feel confident, you can apply, but I would recommend waiting 6 months after your last denied application with Capital One. So once again, I really appreciate you taking the time to answer that question. That is freaking cool. Danny says, question, I got the CFU Chase Freedom Unlimited card last month and I'm currently at 324. All bureaus around 700 FICO. Should I go for the Chase Freedom to get my score up a little more first or go for the Chase FI Preferred? Thank you. Danny, honestly, that is a very, very, very solid question. So you say you got the Chase Freedom Unlimited, so you already get the 5% cash back for the first 12 months of purchases that you make towards groceries, up to $12,000 for the first 12 months. I think that's cool. If I were you, I would probably look to get the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now I know you're not going to be traveling, per se soon, unless you're traveling within the United States. But I think if you were to get a card, I personally would rock with the Chase Sapphire Preferred because you already have the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So that's kind of where I would go, especially if you can find a decent sign up offer. I would certainly get the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And I mean, I'm kind of jealous. I can't even get that card. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get any Chase cards at the moment. So that's the card I would go with. Let me know what you decide, though. Keep me posted on that. Kassan says, Dwayne, with a 763, 755, 761 FICO score, should I go for the Sapphire Preferred card or Freedom considering the newly bonus status? I don't know. I don't think there's a new offer for the Sapphire Preferred. I know that the Freedom right now has that awesome offer that I talked a little bit about just a while ago. I think between those cards, if you're just getting your very first card with Chase, I would go with the Freedom, but that's just me. And there is all kinds of value in the fact that you can get the 5% cash back for the first 12 months, up to $12,000 on all your grocery store purchases. I think that's a no-brainer. So that's kind of what I would do, but let me know what you decide. Maria, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Maria J. It's a pleasure to have you just return to these live streams and for you to, show love in the way of a super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Let me scroll back on up here. Okay, Kassan says he's 2 slots under 524. Okay, sweet. Harlem Honey 0506 says 74 people watching, 58 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Smash that like button. I did not hear you. I cannot. I'm sorry. I did. Can you hear it? Now, first of all, I need to learn how to read. All right, that's the first thing. Harlem Honey 0506, thank you so much. Yes, let's smash the thumbs up in this video if you have not done so. Jane's HS Diary says, happy Tuesday, fam. Yes, Jane, thank you so much for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you in the building again. And a happy Tuesday to you as well. What's so funny is this live stream, as well as me going to the gym this morning, is just about taking action and trying to be consistent. Like, I know for me, personally, I was like, you know what? I feel better when I go to the gym. I feel better when I do things that are productive and make me feel like, my day was valuable. I'm not somebody that's always thinking, seize the day, but it sure does feel good to be productive and seize the day, which I'm absolutely doing today. So I appreciate you stopping by the stream. Earl, let's go, man. Thank you. Thank you, my brother, for that $4 super chat. Earl says, hashtag back again. Keep sharing the knowledge, bro. Earl, thank you so much, man. It's a privilege to have you in the house, and thanks for taking the time to show that love via the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Let me scroll back up here. Chambe says, hello, Big D and everyone. I missed yesterday, but I am here. I'm going to Ethiopia this Friday. My ticket was $1,600. I only paid $540. The rest of my Amex Gold points covered that. I signed out while ago by you. First of all, awesome, Chambe. Congratulations on being able to use a lot of your MR points to offset that $1,600 ticket to Ethiopia. Dude, that is really cool. How long is the flight? Let me know how long that flight is. It would be really, really cool to go to Africa. Africa has so many incredible places. I mean, from the top of Africa to the middle to the bottom of Africa, there's so many places that I want to visit. I want to go to Morocco. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to South Africa. I have some buddies that I went to high school with that are from Chad, which is kind of, I guess, the kind of northern part, or not northern, but topish part of Africa. So let me know how long that flight is, man. That's freaking crazy. Points Blank says, Dwayne, I have to run to a meeting. Great stream, bro. I'll check out the rest on the replay. Much love and respect, brother. Yes, sir. Rod, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you very, very much. It's always a pleasure to have you in the house, another fellow YouTuber. Harlem Honey says, besides the student loans help your average age. Okay, yeah, and that's not a bad point. You're absolutely right. The student loans do help. It does help your average age of credit because it's something that, will more than likely have been on your credit for some years. So my average age of credit is super sad. It's like 3 years and 1 month, 3 years, or even like 2 years and 11 months. That's my average age across the credit bureaus. But you're absolutely right. The student loans does help that. Devin says, important thing about Citi with their co-branded cards is if you are getting a replacement card, it could take about a month to receive, where you have to report your card lost or stolen. I didn't know that. That's crazy. And you said that that's happened to you 3 times so far. Yikes. Chambe says, thank you, bro. Those Amex points are powerful to use international flights. I had 8,900. 50,000. 50,000 was the sign-up bonus, I guess is what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, those thank you points are not bad, man. I mean, thank you points. Those membership reward points are not bad. Isaac, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Isaac says, what do you think about PenFed credit card or Amex for a third card? I think as long as you can justify whichever card you decide to go with, that is absolutely okay. I mean, I have credit cards that are not anything special. I have the Pedal credit card. Nothing special. It's a cashback card. I think it started at 1% cashback. Then it eventually went to 1.25, and I think you can get to 1.5%. Nothing special, but I wanted another credit card. I fell for their marketing and I applied for it, and I was approved. So there are some credit cards that I have that aren't anything special, So it's just a matter of if you see more benefit, more value in the PenFed card versus American Express, then I would say go for it. What I will say is with American Express, if you don't have any cards from American Express already, what I will say is with American Express, once you're in, and you'll have access to getting just about any of the American Express cards that you want. Now, keep in mind, you can only have 4 credit cards from American Express and I think 7 charge cards. I mean, I guess they're trying to make money. I mean, 7 charge cards, that's ridiculous. But with the 4 credit cards, that does include personal and business credit cards. Okay. So with the charge cards as well, of course, it includes personal charge cards as well as business cards, but you can have 7 of them. I mean, there's not 7 charge cards that I want from American Express, but there's that number. So I think as long as you can find value, whichever one of those cards you can justify getting, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Kyle says, how much would refinancing an auto loan impact my score? Kyle, forgive me, Kyle. I don't think you should even worry about that. I think if it makes sense for you to refi. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're going to save money by refinancing, then refinance. Your score will come back to wherever it is over time anyway. It may take 6 months. So what? You're definitely going to be saving money with the refi, and I think it's more valuable for you to focus on that than to even worry about your credit score, unless you're going to do a refi and you want to do a home loan, then you want to get a credit card. I mean, if that's the case, then you need to prioritize what's more important, but I wouldn't worry about it. Your credit score will get back to where it was. That's like when you apply for a credit card, the hard inquiry does affect you, and of course it affects your average age of credit as well. But eventually your score gets back to where it was. It's going to take a couple of months, but that's okay. Just as long as you know that it will get back. Gregory says, no, I don't have the military service, but the credit is solid. Maybe, I'm not sure if you were commenting if that was for me or not. Kaiser says, is Navy Fed still approving high dollar amounts during the pandemic? Yes, they are. But once again, that has to do with every individual. Of course, it's different. It's not as if there is a specific formula that someone can give in regards to Navy Federal or any other credit card company or bank that will say, if you have this credit score, this income, this will be the result. That's not always the case. So I think it's really more important that you have a relationship with Navy Fed. Even if it's a small relationship, it's always important to have a relationship with them for a while and have realistic expectations. Like a lot of people, would want to apply for their very first Navy Federal credit card and expect to get $25,000 credit limit. And that's their first credit card with Navy Federal. Now that's an unrealistic expectation to have, right? Just getting approved is a good place to start. Use the card tremendously, and then maybe on your second card, 4, 5, 6 months later, you apply for your second card, you get a higher credit limit for sure because you're using the snot out of the first card. So yeah, I think people are still getting approved for decent credit limits. Harlem Honey 0506 says, I'm thinking about the Platinum from Navy Federal. I already pre-qualify. That card doesn't have any. It doesn't have any rewards, does it? I mean, I know like it has like a low APR or something like that, but I don't think it has any like real rewards. Let me look at it because I'm super curious now. Navy Federal Credit Union Platinum card. Let's pull it up real quick here. I'm just kind of curious. I'm using this weird browser, not browser, but search engine. All right, sweet. So I got it right here. Let me just kind of look. All right, so there's the typical no fees, which is really, really awesome. I love that about Navy Fed. Low interest rate, of course, between 5.99 to 18%. Of course, 18% is not low, but if you were closer to the 5.99, that's always a good thing. But I don't think there's any kind of like rewards. You don't earn any rewards. I don't think. Am I wrong? Harlem Honey, let me know. I don't think you earn any rewards for this card, which doesn't mean you shouldn't get it. You know what I mean? If you see this card as being valuable, but for me personally, I always want to rock with the card that has some kind of rewards. I'm gonna get something for using the card. Twist 1268 says, I was trying to ask you about pulling the trigger on a new Navy Fed credit card. I have zero balance on my Navy Federal. I think if you are pre-qualified because you checked the website, if you're pre-qualified, I think it's okay to kind of pull the trigger. If you don't think you're going to get approved, then just go ahead and get the secured card. Just slap $300 in your savings account and apply for the secured credit card through Navy Federal. There's nothing wrong with the secured card, and that's kind of a way to, probably not get denied and still get the relationship. The secured credit card from Navy Federal always updates to cash rewards card. So, get that secured card and you can wait for it to be upgraded, in 6 to 8 months. Or if you're super impatient, you can just maybe 5 months in apply for another credit card through Navy Fed. But I would wait if I were you. Maria says, Dwayne, found out I had a hard inquiry from a company that I got approved from. Share history with good payment history. The inquiry would fall off February 2021. They said there's nothing they can do. Yeah, well, first of all, February 2021 is not insanely far. Hopefully, you can wait and you can make it. It's always good to know when something will fall off. I didn't even know that this was something you could do. I learned this lesson back in 2017, actually before I started my YouTube channel. I learned this lesson by calling the credit bureaus and was asking, hey, when is this going to fall off of my credit report? I probably saw a video on YouTube, to be honest, before I was able to call them to even know that I can call and ask that question. But yeah, February is right around the corner, the way things are going right now. Terry says, yikes, what did I do? Let me scroll back up. Terry says, a Navy Fed rep told me about a new secured loan program with Navy Fed. What are your thoughts? As always, good to see you. Yeah, first of all, I appreciate you stopping by. I don't even know about the secured loan program with Navy Fed. For me personally, I think it has to do with if the person values that particular deal that they're going to sign up for. Secured loan. Let me type it in here and kind of see. if I can find it. Like for me, I'm not a big like self lender type of person. Just because I feel like if I'm going to be losing money by paying interest, on money that I'm borrowing to try to build my credit and get a payment history, I always would go the secured card route. That's just me. But I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Terry. So if you slap the link in the description, maybe I can click on it and go check it out later and see what you're talking about, because I don't know exactly what you're talking about with the secured loans with Navy Fed. Twist1268 says, want to pull the trigger on Navy Fed credit card, have 0% zero balance on Navy Federal. My utilization is more than 10%. Should I pay my utilization down more before I do it? I think it's always good practice to have your utilization be down lower. But once again, if you're pre-qualified at the site and you feel like you're confident in that, then I would just say go for it. Once again, very important. It depends on how many inquiries you have. If you're sitting on 4 inquiries, I would think twice. But if you're sitting on like 2 inquiries or 1 or 0, then I would say maybe go for it. Kassan says, thanks, sir. That's exactly what I was speaking on with the 5% up and the $12,000 a year grocery spend with freedom. You the man. Yeah, man. That's a good offer from Chase for sure. Kind of jealous that wasn't the offer when I had my cards with them. Devin says, I haven't gotten the email from Chase about the 5% for groceries. Is this offer available for existing card members as well? I currently have the Chase Freedom, American, Amazon Prime, and United cards. Dude, first of all, I want those United cards. Those are pretty good cards from Chase. I think it's for new members, but I don't think it hurts you to call them up and see if you can squeeze on in there. You know what I mean? But it's definitely for new members as far as I know, but I would still call them and see what they say. Samuel says, is there a difference between spending close to your credit limit and paying it off on time versus not using a ton of your credit limit? Thank you. Samuel, I'm not sure how to answer that question. I think what's important is for you to understand that the more you use of your available credit, the lower your credit score will be. Once you understand that, you know what to expect. So I don't think people should stress out. Like if I only have one credit card and I have a $500 credit limit and I currently owe $450 on that card. Well, I know that I'm using more than 80%, 90% of my credit limit. I know for a fact that if I have a 95% utilization, my credit score is going to be low. Whereas if I had a 9% utilization, or if my credit balance was $0 on my $500 credit card, that my credit score is going to be as high as possible. So I think knowing that is important, and just use that moving forward with whatever you're trying to do. If I know that I want to apply for a credit card, I want to make sure my utilization is as close to 0% as possible, maybe a month or 2 months before applying for that particular credit card or loan. Okay, I'm not gonna go apply for something knowing that my utilization is like 50% and expect to get approved. Not to mention my credit score is not going to be as good as it could be if my utilization was 5% versus 50, or 1% versus 5%. You know what I mean? So I think just knowing how that works is going to make it a lot easier for you to navigate. A lot of people kind of stress out about the utilization thing. Oh, I got to be under 10%. No, you don't have to be under 10%. Just know that being over 10% is going to make your score lower. So when it's imperative for your score to be high, then make sure your credit card utilization is as low as possible, at least 1 month or 2 months before you apply for whatever it is you want, another credit card, a loan. You know what I mean? So I don't think any of that matters as long as you know how credit card utilization affects your score. Okay, a lot of people just don't know. So then when I talk about it, like I just talked about it just now, It's not something that I want people to freak out about. No, you got to keep it between 0 and 10%. No, you don't. You just got to keep it between 0 and 10% when you know you're about to apply 1 to 2 to 3 months for something. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps, man. But that was a good question. Dave Sincere, what's going on, man? Says, what's going on, everybody? I was able to catch the live today. Yeah, man, it's a pleasure to have you in the building again, sir. It's always a pleasure. Chambe says, my trip from Seattle to Dubai is 14 hours. From Dubai to Ethiopia is 11 hours. I have 2 weeks vacation, 3 days already travel time. Wow. Dude, that is crazy. Like, that is so cool to me because I've never really been on a trip internationally that far, right? Dubai is far and clearly Africa is far. So it's not, I mean, it's far, but it's not far, right? So that's really cool, man. I hope you have an incredible time. I can't wait to hear about the trip and for you to check in with that. Devin says, yes, because I called to see when my cards are shipped, then waited 2 weeks, then report a lost card, then got my card with the new number in a week. Then shortly after that, got my original card. That is crazy. That's kind of crazy that you can report your card lost or stolen and get, I guess you're saying you get it faster. You got it faster in that scenario. Terry says, I heard of people being denied secured cards. What are some of the common reasons that would cause that? I would think all are approved. Thanks. No, I mean, secured cards doesn't always mean that people are going to be approved, you know, and it's kind of sad because, like, I feel like secured cards, you're more likely to be approved. But, you know, sometimes when people's credit score is jacked up, or if they have, you know, a whole bunch of inquiries, you can still be denied. Capital One, Discover Card, Bank of America, Citibank, they're not just necessarily giving away secured cards. You know what I mean? If somebody has a 500 credit score and you apply for a Discover It secured card, I'm not surprised if they're denied. In that situation, I would say try to get a secured card through a bank that you bank with. You know, like if you don't bank with Bank of America, start banking with Bank of America and then try to get their cash reward secured card, you know, maybe after 6 months of having a checking relationship with Bank of America, even though your credit score is jacked up. And if you get denied for that, you know, then I guess you'd have to go somewhere else and try to get another secured card through, you know, one of the lenders that will kind of be guaranteed. Fast Carter says, what's considered a good FICO score? That's a great question. I don't know the scoring range off the top of my head. Of course, you could always Google it. But let me see. Good FICO score range. I'm just going to Google it right here and see what it says. Okay, so interestingly enough, I'll share my screen with you guys so you guys can see that. So I literally just Googled good FICO score range. And it says, what's the different score ranges? Of course, this is based on Experian, but it says good is considered to be from 670 to 739 FICO score. So of course, if I clicked on that, I'm pretty sure it'll kind of show me the ranges as far as, you know, their credit score is concerned. Let me see. Does it? Okay, sweet. So here's the little chart here, and this is according to Experian, and this is, you know, the FICO score. So it has the different scoring range, which I never like really pay attention to, but it's kind of cool to see it. So of course you got very poor from 300 to 570, 579. Then you have fair from 580 to 669. And then you have good from 670 to 739. And then of course you have very good from 740 to 799. And then you have exceptional, which is from 800 to 850. Now notice, you know, there's only 20% of people that fall underneath that category, right? So I think, you know, anywhere above 700 is a decent place to be. Of course you want to, you know, be here, you know, in the very good category. You know, I think very good. I mean, this is where I am. It's going to be a while before I get into the 800 club, just because my average age of credit, you know, I need more time on my average age of credit. That's really one of the only things holding me back to get into the 800 club. And I don't worry about it. You know, I mean, I'm where I am, and I'll get there when I get there. Good question, though. Devin says, no, the Navy Federal Platinum Card doesn't offer rewards. All right, Devin, thank you, man. I was thinking they did not. Jane's HS Diary says, does anyone know if 2,000 and 3,300 credit limit is pretty typical for the Prime Signature Visa? I hear they're kind of stingy. I got 3,300. 3,300 is not a bad limit though. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of all right. The lowest credit limit I have right now is, I was going to say $3,000. The lowest credit limit I have right now is $450 on my Citibank dividend card. So initially it was a secured card with a $300 limit. It was promoted to the Citi Diamond card, and then I did a product change to the Citi Dividend card. I also had a Citi Double Cash card with a credit limit of 4,300. It's either 43 or 45. And then I asked for a credit limit increase on my Citi Dividend card, and they increased my credit limit from $300 to $450. And this is a year after I've had the card. I've had the card since 2018. I haven't even thought to ask them for a credit limit increase. I'm just like, I don't even care. You know what I mean? So that's my lowest. So 3,300, you know, I think that's a decent limit. There are a lot of people that wish they had that limit. So I'm not sure if that's a typical limit or considered a low limit, but I think 3,300 is still kind of okay. Greg says no rewards and no sign-up bonus. Good card for low APR, balance transfer, the Navy Federal Platinum card. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for stopping by the stream, man. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Look, we have 93 thumbs up. There's probably 7 of y'all that haven't smashed that thumbs up yet. Please consider smashing the thumbs up to this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be notified once I upload videos. Kay says, do you have any PenFed cards? If so, what's the limit? I can't find much info on YouTube. I do not have any PenFed cards. There was a time that I was considering getting a PenFed account. I was going to get their checking account because they had like that stimulus check offered going around where if you deposit $1,200, I think they would give you $200. I don't remember the details about the sign-up offer, but I know that that's a checking account. They don't have that offer anymore, and they actually got rid of the offer before it was supposed to expire. They were like, it's going to expire in June, and it was already gone in May. So I was like, that sucked. But I think PenFed is solid though. Bubby I, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you stopping by the stream and showing some love. Thank you very much. Fast Carter says, I done the Navy Fed secure loan. It worked great. 125 points increase. Cool. Fast Carter, man, thanks for taking the time to share that information. So I'm just assuming that it's a loan that you get and you pay it back, you know, in hopes to increase your credit score, to get some payment history as well, right? I'm assuming that's how this works. Once again, I don't necessarily know about it, but I mean, I know how, you know, typical secured loan works with like self-lender and so on. So that's cool though. That's cool that your score jumped up that many points. Of course, everybody won't have that exact same experience, but that is really, really cool. Harlem Honey says the Platinum has a 0% APR on balance transfers for 12 months. And in the future, I'll have a balance to transfer. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes absolute sense to get a card that has a good balance transfer offer. Now, of course, if you can do, you know, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by getting a card that has, you know, I mean, if it has a 0% balance transfer and there's no fees, you can't beat that, you know. And if you're getting that card for the sole purpose of transferring that balance and paying it down, then if that's what you want to do, go for it. You know, of course, there are other cards out there that have balance transfer offers, you know, up from like 12 months, 14 months, 15 months, even 18 months, and they do offer rewards, but that's on you, and you know, do your thing. Harlem Honey says, Dwayne, the secured loan is called the secured pledge loan. You put the money in your savings account and they use it to open the loan. Okay, I got to do research on that. I definitely don't know that. Rob Y, what's going on, bro? Says, pre-qualify for all Navy Fed cards, but I have 5 inquiries on Experian. Can I lock Experian so Navy Fed can pull TransUnion? TransUnion only has 2 inquiries, 776 score on TransUnion. In general, Navy Fed doesn't fool with Experian, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place when it comes to giving advice on that. Of course, you know, anything goes. I mean, yes, you're pre-qualified, but at the same time, you wouldn't be surprised if you're denied. I mean, just take a chance and go for it. If you really, really want that card that you want to get from Navy Fed and you see value in that card, first of all, make sure that there's a sign-up offer. Navy Fed has sign-up offers on the More Rewards card, sign-up offers on the flagship credit card. The sign-up offer on the flagship is normally like 50,000 points. The offer on the More Rewards is 30,000 points. I would not apply for any of those two cards without having that sign-up offer. I just wouldn't. So let me know what you decide to do, man. I wish I could help you more, but I cannot. Devin says, if you want a card with no rewards, only use it for balance transfer and not purchases. I have like 4 cards like this currently. Okay, that's funny. Points Blank Travel says, well, Dwayne, the meeting was canceled. I guess it was my fate to be here. Hey, I appreciate that, Rod. Thanks for stopping by and slapping that comment back in the stream. As a matter of fact, I mentioned this earlier, but if you guys haven't subscribed to Rod's channel, Points Blank Travel, be sure to go to his channel, subscribe, and click that notification bell because he does videos as well here on YouTube. Samuel says, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Samuel. That was a great question. Thanks for stopping by. Rob Y says, forgot to mention, already have a cash rewards with Navy Federal plus checking and savings. So I have a relationship somewhat, been with them 3 months. Okay. So in that scenario, if I were you, I wouldn't worry about, like, should you apply? What I would do is I would wait like 4 months after you said, let's see, I would wait at least 4 months after you got your cash rewards card from Navy Fed before applying for the More Reward or flagship card. Make sure you get the sign up offer. Please, if I were you, I would wait at least 4 months after getting your first card, that cash rewards card. Devin says, yes, after I reported a lost card, I got it in a week. Then about a week later, got my original card. This happened with my Best Buy Visa, Shop Your Way MasterCard, and Shell MasterCard. Gotcha. Daryl, thanks for stopping by. Daryl says, if I have a closed account with Chase and settle the account for half the balance, what are my next steps in opening another Chase credit card account? Dude, you're not gonna get another card from Chase, I would say, until this situation falls off of your credit report. I don't see it happening for 7 years. So you want to wait until the current situation that you have with Chase falls off of your credit report before you even consider getting another card from Chase. Now, if for some odd reason, let's say you have a checking account with Chase, if for some odd reason you see a credit card offer in your Chase app or online and it says offers for me, you could try going through that to see if you get approved, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're not going to be able to get a Chase account for the next 7 years, or until it falls off of your credit report. It may not take that long. Diamond says, I'm back again. Diamond, that's funny. Okay, this person says, what's going on, great man? How do you feel about CLOC with Navy Fed? I think anything that people see value in getting, such as this, that you should go with it. You know what I mean? I don't have it personally, but I have issues. I don't always maximize all the opportunities that are out there with Navy Fed. Navy Fed has, portals and have ways that you can even get more money and cash back on purchases by going through their website. I don't even do all that, to be honest with you. So if you see value in that, the credit line, whatever, the CLOC, be sure to do it. You know what I mean? I think it's a good deal. And we all know Navy Federal is insanely legit. Walter, what's going on, man? Says, what up, credit fam? Just tuned in. Yeah, Walter, I appreciate you stopping by another stream, man. TRR says, I had student loans that were paid off from some years ago. To my surprise, they all dropped off my credit. My score went down 70 points because I lost all that age. Any ideas on recovering from that? No, there's really no way to kind of recover. I mean, you're not going to be able to get that age back. Your average age of credit was already influenced negatively because you lost that age. The only way to get the age back is by, keeping the credit cards that you have. Of course, you could always try to be added to somebody's credit card as an authorized user. That particular credit card has to report the age for it to count, right? So like if you got added as an authorized user on an American Express card, American Express does not report the history for authorized users, so that wouldn't benefit you. That's the only way to kind of recover, other than just doing the time and letting your average age kind of build back up over the years that it will take to do that. Harlem Honey 0506 says, does city have any rules like 524? I don't think so. I don't think that they do, but at the same time, I mean, 5 inquiries over the last 24 months is going to be a lot for the majority of credit card lenders. The only time somebody should feel confident in having 5 inquiries in the last 24 months and still apply for a credit card and expect to get approved, that would be, only with a credit card company you already have a relationship with, so hopefully that helped. Court says, new to Navy Fed, have a direct deposit checking and savings set up. What would be the first move? Should I hold tight for now 3 to 6 months, then maybe apply for a credit card? If you don't have the patience, I would say just get the secured card. Just slap $300 to $500 in your savings account with Navy Federal and then apply for their secured card. I would go that route. I don't think you have to wait 3 to 6 months before getting an account. I think it's just more important to put $300 to $500 in your savings account and then apply for the secured card, because in that 3 to 6 months that you would be waiting, you could be building your history and relationship with them if you get approved for a secured card. So that would be the first step that I would take. That is a great question. Diamond says, I'm trying to wait a few months to do the unsecured loan with Navy Fed. I'm going to do $1,000 and pay $900 back immediately. That's so funny. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be insanely beneficial for you to pay the $900 back immediately, because then you're going to have even that less of a time to pay the loan back and have the payment history. So I don't know. If interest is involved with paying the loans back, I'm always kind of like, man, I don't know about these loans, the secured loan situation. And the reason why is because like I don't want to be spending my money paying some of the interest to build credit, because the secured card does the exact same thing, especially if you pay off your credit card when you use it. And that's all that I talk about really on this channel. I don't talk about carrying a balance on any of your credit cards, period, no matter what. I talk about paying the balance off. So I hear you though. I hear you. It'd be very interesting to see what happens with that and what you decide to do, Diamond. Devin says, from when you asked about the Sony card yesterday, you can go to the SonyRewards.com, click credit cards to get details about it. That's funny. I'm very curious. What was the website? Sony, what is it? I can't even see it. What is it? SonyRewards.com. Sony Rewards. I need to learn how to type. .com. It's too late though. Okay, they even changed the site to rewards.sony.com. Okay. I guess I'll have to look at it. Okay, they have credit cards. Let me show you guys my screen here real quick. Okay, got the Sony card, which is new. Then there's a PlayStation situation, a Visa card, which I did not know about. Okay, this is a Sony card you were talking about yesterday about the 5 times on entertainment. Okay, that's not bad. 5 times on Sony products, 2 times on restaurants, 1 time on all other purchases. That's not too bad. You can earn a $50 statement credit with the Sony card, spend $5,000 within the first 60 days of opening the account. Okay, I mean, $50 back is not bad at all. I mean, there's no annual fee, so that's really good. If people see value in this, I would absolutely go for it. Like I know for me, if I was doing stuff with entertainment, that would make sense. And certainly if I was buying Sony products, that would make sense as well. It would be really, really dope to get a Sony camera, but the Sony camera costs Sony dollars. So I'm not going to be doing that. But that's cool, Devin. Thank you so much for sharing that, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Financial Hustler says, do you have any AUs available? Financial Hustler, please email me. My email address is helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. Prosper is PROSPER. Helpingothersprosper@gmail.com. Email me, include your phone number, and I'll give you a shout. Ed, thank you for stopping by. Ed says, I've cleared a collection settlement via phone call. Is it bad that they now have my debit card number on file? Thanks in advance. Appreciate you. In general, they're not supposed to use your debit card or make purchases without your consent. That's how it's supposed to work. Of course, you can always communicate with the bank and say you didn't approve this transaction, and the bank should work with you to get your money back. So hopefully that's not something you're going to worry about. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so that was pretty much your question. Rob says, Chase said they would consider approving me if I clear up the collections. When I did, they gave me another excuse and denied me again. They are very strict right now. I'm switching to Bank of America. Rob, that's interesting. That's interesting that they said that they would approve you after clearing up the collections, because I know Chase is a trip. Thank you so much for taking the time to slap that comment into the chat, though. That's why, once again, this community, How to Build Credit TV, is so insanely powerful, because you're sharing your experience right here and somebody else will see that and benefit from that. So thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. Miss Gatlin, what's going on, ma'am? Thank you so much for stopping by the live stream. Says, hello, Dwayne. I'm at work with earpods in my ears listening to you. Okay, earpods in my ears. I see you. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you in the live stream, Miss Gatlin. Thank you so much. Maria says, Bank of America give you a year before they can approve you for a card. That I know for a fact. Are you talking about, you're saying like if you got a relationship with Bank of America, or are you talking about the secured card before getting promoted to an unsecured card? Let me know in the comments, Maria. Let me know. Not sure. Heartless Goon Reviews says, I did a certified check from bank. Not exactly sure what you're talking about there, so maybe you can let me know. Dave Sincere says, Ed, never give them your debit card. Always do a money order or prepaid debit card. They are under no obligations to take out what you tell them. They would take out the max amount you owe. That's not a bad point, Dave. I know for a fact that a lot of people have experienced nightmares in regards to exactly what you're saying. But, I would think, of course, what you're saying never do it so that you can avoid all the heartaches that people have to deal with. But I still think the bank would take care of you. And, worst come to worst, you got to cancel your debit card, which absolutely sucks. So to solidify what you're saying, never give them your information. Certainly don't want to give them your routing information as well, your banking account and routing information as well. So good point, Dave. I appreciate you slapping that there. Okay, I got you. Heartless Goon Reviews and Gaming. Daryl says, when does the 7-year mark begin for it to be removed off credit report? The best thing to do, Daryl, is to call the credit bureau for that particular deal on your credit report and ask the bureau, because that is a very good question, and the answer to that question is going to be best answered from the credit bureau themselves. A lot of people will say, oh, it's 7 years from the last time I paid on time. No, it's not. It's normally going to be 7 years from the very first time it shows up on your credit report. And then if you make a payment to the collections, it may restart that whole 7-year process. So calling the credit bureaus and asking, hey, when is this going to fall off of my credit report? That is your best bet. That's going to be the most accurate answer you can get. You don't have to guess. You're just going to get facts by contacting the credit bureau. So that's what I would do if I were you. Frank says, hey, here, I guess from Guam, and waiting on unsecured card upgrade. I've paid off my loan and my credit score dropped. Wow. Yikes. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying there, but hopefully it will fix itself. You're waiting on unsecured card now. Upgraded. I've paid off my loan and my credit score dropped. Well, sometimes when you pay your loan off, you're going to be missing all that revolving credit payment or the revolving payment that you have done for years. So that's what happens. But I mean, it's something that you still have to do. We have to pay off our loans. Like when I paid my car off, I was very curious to see what was going to happen, and nothing happened. I don't think. My score may have dropped a couple of points, but not enough for me to freak out about it just because it didn't. But I have to pay my car off, so there's not a lot you can do. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that sucks. Yeah. All right, guys, listen, I am about to wrap up this stream. I appreciate everybody that was in the building. Thank you for all the super chats, people that sent super chats. I really, really appreciate, guys. Thank you for all the people that smashed the thumbs up in this video, for all the people that asked questions and hopefully got their questions answered. It was my privilege and pleasure serving as your credit person today on How to Build Credit TV lunchtime live stream. If you guys have any more questions, please slap them in the comment section. Now is a good time to do so. I'll stick around for another 30 seconds to answer your questions, and otherwise I'll end the stream. Dave says, I started working with my sister on her credit back in February. She was in the 560s, and as of yesterday, she's at 700. She said this is the highest her credit score ever been, 140 points in 6 months. Dave, man, your sister is insanely lucky to have you as somebody that's informed about credit. And I'm glad you were able to help her. That is insanely awesome. I mean, I would be super excited. And that's what it's about. It's about sharing the wealth, sharing the information. So I'm glad that your sister has you, and congratulations to you and her for getting her score up. He said, when we started, she was at 110% utilization. That's crazy. Yeah, that utilization will help, man. That utilization, lowering that utilization will help tremendously. And he says she's now at 0. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That will do it. Devin says, have a nice week. See you on the next stream. Nice to see you 2 days in a row. As I said, it's a bless and makes my day getting new information that could help. Yeah, Devin, it's always a pleasure to have you in the building, man. Thanks. Rob says, FYI, Bank of America doesn't remove negative remarks on your credit report, even if you pay off debt. Broken mirror, 7 years, bad luck. Broken mirror, 7 years, bad luck. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I really like about being in the States and living life in general is that time can remedy most things, and the credit is the same thing. With time and with massive action, with being proactive, you can remedy a lot of situations. So the 7 years can be a bit of a time frame, but as long as you're diligent and keep making steps forward and look forward, you'll find yourself in a better situation. S House says, great show, Dwayne. I was on here just chilling. Cool, S House. I appreciate you stopping by, like I said earlier on. Points Blank Travel says, great stream, Dwayne. Very solid information. Thank you, sir. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to have returning viewers in the live streams. Hey, listen, you guys, please enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I will see you guys later on this week. At some point, I will be doing another video of some sort, so be on the lookout for that. And I may be back on here for another How to Build Credit TV lunchtime live stream this week. So I hope you guys have an incredible day, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Ed says, be safe, y'all. I'm out. All right, Ed, take it easy, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way outside the door if you haven't already done so. Once again, my name is Dwayne with How to Build Credit TV, and I approve this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.